All right, if you've never seen it before, High Gear was developed by Tony Blauer. He's a close quarters instructor out of Canada. Very talented man, has a lot of wonderful theories, spends quality time thinking intelligently, deconstructing martial arts training, and taking the information that he's been able to develop and passing it on to people who then benefit from it. People like me, instructors around the world, people who are involved in law enforcement and military. And so certainly owe a debt of gratitude to people like Tony and other instructors out there who take the time to develop quality instructional programs. So this is one of the products that he's developed, the High Gear system. We have them here, and the reason is because we want to be able to do isolation drills that are relatively decent contact, because here's the reality when you're training. If you're pulling punches, pulling knees, and I'm doing this kind of thing, and I'm, like in traditional martial arts, yeah, right? And I never make contact, I never touch base with the individual that I'm working with, then I'm basically training to pull my punches. I'm not doing quality and training that's going to allow me to properly mitigate risk in my life. And so at the same time though, if your opponent is a student, he's in college, he's a dentist or a doctor or whatever, they don't really want to be showing up with black eyes and damage. I mean, our goal here is not to cause harm to people in training, okay? In training, a little bit of pain and difficulty is certainly acceptable, but we don't want to cause injury, right? We want to be able to continue to train and replicate instruction that allows us to be better martial artists or better tacticians, whatever the case may be, but we don't want to kick people's asses, right? And the beauty of the High Gear is this allows me to put a decent amount of effort. So let's say go ahead and throw your helmet on for a second and just put it on loosely. Don't worry about putting it all the way. I'll just illustrate the concept, right? Here's what I can do with him. If I'm in the mount on him and I'm smacking and hitting him, what happens? I have to do more open hand stuff, right? Because I can't really take my opponent who's not wearing a helmet and put my fingers towards his face or fully strike him, because basically we're going to be able to do it once, twice, maybe, and then he's going to be like, yeah, I'm outie, okay? And he's going to bail, as any student, as any student rationally would, okay? But the beauty of this is I can hit this, and even though it doesn't feel good, it doesn't cause him harm, right? I can still hit the side of his head, I can still hit the side of his head, and he's going to feel pressure, but I'm going to be allowed to actually make contact with him, which is really important in training. And so if he comes to shoot at me, and he comes down low, and he went to draw his weapon, I like that, wrong shoot, but right decision, okay. So he comes to do a shoot towards here, right, and as I'm here, I'm thinking, oh crap, I don't want him to grab my knees, and I want to be able to do a knee, I want to be able to impact. Well, if I impact here, I can actually make some contact and do deeper penetration on that knee than I could if he weren't wearing a product like this. So it's something to consider. Basically, if you're going to be doing training on a regular basis, you can take it off now, man. If you're going to do training on a regular basis that involves contact so that you can mitigate risk, whether it's defensive tactics or impact weapons or close quarters for MMA, there's a lot of ways that you can take this product, invest in it, and invest in good, solid training that will allow you to make that kind of deeper impact so that what you're training for is real life rather than pulling all your punches and risking that reality coming out when an actual fight takes place.